rights, Everybody does and everybody should. Each man, woman, and child. Just everybody. We need to shift it to a new stage, a place where every man, woman, and child seeks equal justice, equal dignity without discrimination, to a new level of consciousness. I'm on the street, half naked. Hopefully someone comes to the rescue. Hours and days go on and I am still here, waiting for life to return.
Thank you for joining me on this podcast about children's rights. Today, I want to talk about an urgent children's right, medical care, and why it should be available to everyone. Let's find out why this is so important to have. Can you imagine what it would be like to be injured but not receive medical help? In some countries, such as Southern Sudan, this is a reality. In Southern Sudan, 82% of people live in poverty, with no hospitals or ways to treat their family if they are ill. Many people die of fatal diseases with no money for the cure. Other governments do help, but this is still a pressing issue. Diseases shorten your life expectancy and can even kill. Even things like a broken arm, if left untreated, can become extremely serious. Illnesses affect children even worse because their immune system hasn't developed as much yet. This means many children die of illnesses such as malaria every year. But we can help to stop this. How? Well, you're about to find out. There are loads of ways you can make a difference. You could write a letter to your MP to explain about this right. The hospitals in poorer places might not have money for a vaccine, but the UK might. We could ship the vaccine over to them. You could also write a letter to a local newspaper to spread the word about this disaster. Whatever you do today, remember this. You can help those in need by speaking up about the right to medical care. This is Amelia Knight, and I hope you enjoyed listening today.
This podcast is brought to you by Amelia Yang. I would like to make everyone and anyone aware of a very serious problem. Many children, especially girls, are not educated. This mostly happens in less economically developed countries. It can be caused by many reasons, but no matter what reason, we must act. Education is a vital part of someone's life. If they are educated, they will have ambitions and dreams. They will work towards them and they could set up huge companies. This could affect other people's lives as they could get hired from these companies and get money. And that company could be one that can help make our world a better place. However, if they do not get educated, they will not be able to read, so they could get tricked into labour, and the dreams would be ruined, and all of the wonderful things that could have happened would be destroyed. Could you imagine being hopeless, poor, and a slave? Remember, with rights come responsibilities. We can't do everything, but we can help the people around us. For example, don't distract someone in a lesson or exam. This will make them unable to concentrate. I am asking for nothing but for you to play your part. Help a friend if they are stuck or behind. Encourage them when they feel depressed. Together, we can help those who are most in need for support. This is Amelia Yang signing off at Chelmsford.
Welcome. My name is Asna Zahim, and today I will talk about how passionate I am about how all children have the right to education. Did you know if children do not get education, when they grow up, they will be uneducated and might not be able to do the career they always wanted to do? I think every child has the right to be educated. Believe it or not, 70% of people in Angola are illiterate. One reason that children should be educated is if they grow up to sell food or be a shopkeeper, they will need to know what changes and which coin is which. Furthermore, in Afghanistan, girls are not allowed to go to school because people think girls are not equal to boys. This is simple prejudice. You can help by starting a vote, telling the government Or you could even send a letter to the President or your MP. You could also donate to charities. In conclusion, lots of people cannot earn money for their family because they are uneducated. This is Asna Zaheen in Chelmsford, signing off.
Welcome to my podcast where I will talk about children's rights. The right I will be talking about today is that children should know that they have rights. Many children don't know that they have rights as it is not in the school curriculum. This is just unacceptable. If they don't know this, then they will never have the confidence to speak out. So if they're getting bullied or they are worried, they won't tell anyone. This is just unfair. Surely you agree. We can help this by spreading the message or by talking to your MP. Also, most children are too scared to speak out as they think they'll get laughed at or discriminated. Furthermore, children must be confident that they won't be made fun of. In conclusion, I hope I've persuaded you that all children should know their rights. This is Ethan Caravello signing off, and I hope you remember my podcast.
Welcome to my podcast. My name is Hannah Bello, and today I'll be talking about the rights of every child going to school. You wouldn't imagine how many people each year go without any education. Lots of unlucky girls don't go to school. It isn't just girls that don't go to school or have a proper education. Some boys can't go either. It is very important that every child has an opportunity to get a real proper education because education will occur all the time in their life. They won't be able to get a job or to support themselves in the future. You wouldn't like to be jobless, homeless and poor, would you? If children don't go to school, they'll be missing out on interacting with other people, learning how to read and write and other important things that they'll need later on in their life. This will sadly affect on them from getting a job, getting houses and other things. Imagine, if you didn't go to school, you wouldn't even know how to tie your shoelaces. The children wouldn't know how to do anything if they didn't go to school. Imagine how many poor children can't go to school because they can't afford a decent education. All children should be able to afford an education. This is brought to you by Hannah Bello.